All right, y'all. We are at the final stretch. How many tonight? Two videos. Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episodes 12 and 13. Y'all, tonight total has been like 7, 8, 9 shows. I've been putting them into videos, but it's been a lot of shows. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. All right, there we go. All right. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 12, Sex, Lies, and Video Phones. Okay. Um, y'all, Real Housewives of Atlanta is just boring. It is. It's just giving like Golden Girls tease. And Golden Girls is entertaining. It's just giving like dated. You know what I mean? Like they're just not those girls anymore. I don't. They just aren't. I'm not saying they can't be, but they're just not. Like the Housewives used to be like aspirational for us. You know, like we used to want to be this and that, and like none of those. It's just not giving. Like it's just not. Um, Sex, lies, and video phones. We start the episode back on this whole Drew Gate situation. Drew has amnesia, denying her and Latoya kissed when we all know that they did. I'm not doing this, okay? I'm not doing this with Drew. I think Drew just wants everyone to go along with the lie. And that's something I can definitely partially understand. I wonder why Candy insisted on letting everybody know it for sure happened. Like, clearly Drew is just embarrassed about it and doesn't want it to really be a thing. But I don't know. Like, is it me or is like Candy kind of pressing it? Like, especially if it was like B-roll footage. The conversation first took place off camera after filming was done. So why is it now like being brought on camera and you're pressing the issue? Like nobody called you a liar. We wouldn't have known you lied or not in a way, Candy. This was like supposed to be a conversation left offline, quite frankly. But Drew, you're on a TV show. And we already know what went down that night. You, Portia, all y'all can keep lying all you want. Side note, Sheree lives for when these women are at odds with one another. She loves it. Like y'all have to just watch her when she brings up beef and drama. Like she gives. That's why I said episodes back. Like she's the least genuine person on this show. She lives when these ladies are going at it. That's why she's a bone collector. She's just so messy. She loves them being all worked up and at odds. But let the attention be on her. She gets to stuttering. Girl, bye. The ladies are on the way to a sound bath. I fast forwarded Manetta rapping. The sound bath scene was okay, you know, cool. I'm glad they enjoyed it. No new revelations. Some of the ladies were emotional. Now that the ladies are at dinner later on that day, we're still discussing Drew's kiss with Latoya. That's not that interested in me. Drew is lying. What's new? But I can't appreciate Drew standing up for herself. Like, who knew calling Drew a lesbian would bring this gangster side out of her? Because she was getting into it with Marlo. Like, she was not having it. Because Ralph has done much, much worse to Drew. And we have never seen her give this energy to him. Courtney is bucking up with Kenya, looking for a moment, and it's boring. Courtney gives nothing. Drew is wasting her breath, trying to get Courtney to have her back against Marlo because they're cousins, which they're not. Like, hang it up. Like, Courtney's a 50-something-year-old clout chaser. It's really sad. Nothing happened on this trip interesting other than Drew lying about kissing Latoya. Nothing happened on this trip. Sheree, the accommodations were nice, but the trip was just boring. Like, nothing went down. Drew finally informs the ladies that her and Ralph are having a bit of trouble in paradise. So finally it's out there. So now this will start the ripple effect of us, you know, getting more and more into the demise of their marriage. You know, we all know it now in real life, in real time, for the marriage to have been broken down. So we'll start getting into that. I laughed when Drew told Marlo to worry about passing the drug test instead of worrying about whether or not she kissed Latoya. I know that's right, Drew. You better get at Marlo, because Marlo gonna keep going at you. You gotta do something. You gotta fight back, Drew. I'm glad she did. But Drew, you gotta stop telling these ladies to keep their names out of your mouth. First of all that's gonna make Marlo do is Drew. First of all, that's Marlo's child. That's all she gonna do. Second of all, it's a TV show. Y'all get paid to talk crap about each other and agitate each other. That's the point. That's what y'all get paid to do. To keep each other's names in each other's mouths. So hush. The next day, the last day in Portugal, they go to a wine tasting. Marlo tells the group that she received a text from Drew's husband, Ralph. He accuses Marlo of saying all these disrespectful things about him. Drew, get your husband. Like, Drew should check that. Excuse me? Get your husband. Then the ladies in the episode with this whole, there's like, Drew called them pilgrims. I don't know what they were dancers, and they had this, I don't know the style of dance, but it was interesting, and I enjoyed watching them. The ladies get up to partake in the dance. Mayetta teaches the A count, and that's how the episode ends. It was a good time between them, and that was the end of that. So yeah, easy enough. And that ends episode 12. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, that's how boring these episodes have been. It was that quick, under 7 minutes, that quick. And I just watched it today. It was boring. Episode 13, this is entitled Peach Passion. We are with, pardon me. Okay, we're with Todd and Candy. Todd says that he thinks he gave somebody's role to Mayetta, like for his upcoming film that they're trying to hire Drew in, and I think that was ghetto, but kind of on par with kind of some of the things they be doing, because as entrepreneur and successful Candy and Todd are, they do become some corners, it seems like sometimes. Marlo was taking Christmas photos with her nephews. They are extremely handsome. They're growing into their looks, their own style with their hair and stuff. They look so cute. They are such cuties. Sonia is catching up with her sister while wrapping Christmas gifts. Speaking of Christmas, I'm actually really excited for the holiday time to roll around. I celebrate Kwanzaa. I don't do Christmas, but I'm just ready for that time again. Summer was kind of mid, so I'm just ready for like I'm ready for the holidays. I'm ready for the holidays. Personally, I'm ready for that time of year. Sonia feels like her little sister isn't a part of some of her biggest moments as of late. And I get that, right? But Sonia also has to understand her sister's life does not revolve around her anymore. Like, this lady is a wife, a mom, a grown woman, an individual. She has her own life. And sometimes she has important or other things to do on days where you have events. Everything is not about you. That's what you have your family for. Candy is linking up with Cynthia, and Cynthia looks great. I didn't really like Cynthia on the show when she was on. See, I'm of the belief, I believe everything Nene said about Candy and Cynthia. And if you're not going to show that side, I don't want it. Because I don't like that whole straddling the fence thing that Cynthia did. I don't like that. But seeing her in the moment right there with Candy, and she's so comfortable in front of the camera. She's comfortable being on the show. It did make me miss her, like just having like an OG, somebody who just knows what to do when they come on. Like she doesn't have to do too much. Like she could come on and just be chill. Like she just falls right into place, and I appreciated that. Cynthia explains how bad she felt having a second divorce, and all that comes with she's older, second public divorce. She put so much time, money, energy into both of them for them to fail. She doesn't want to end up alone. She's going to continue to pursue love, all these things. And I'm not a fan of people who like marry, divorce, but also like sometimes you're just not in a relationship. Y'all weren't a good match to begin with. So sometimes you're just prolonging the inevitable. And I think that's what Cynthia and Peter were doing, and I think that's what Cynthia and Mike were doing. I think both were not good decisions. And Cynthia has to take accountability for her role in both any prior of her prior relationships and her level of discernment, so that she doesn't have a third divorce, shall she chooses to get married again. Kandi brings up her upcoming film with Todd, and she ends up segueing into how her and Drew got into this back and forth about what Drew did or did not do with another woman, right? Like, yes, Drew kissed LaToya, but also, Kandi, why are you pressing the issue? I think that's kind of creepy. I really do think it's kind of creepy. But maybe I'm missing something. Like, what am I missing? What warrants Kandi going this hard about this, like, kissing gate? What am I missing? Even if Drew lied, like, she lied off camera. Like, who cares? We didn't even have to know about it. So I'm just confused why you're, like, hell-bent on it when it's clear your friend doesn't want to talk about it. Like, yes, you know it happened. Everybody else knows it happened. Okay, but just pretend like it didn't. I guess, you know what I mean? Like for your friend, and call it a day. Like, it's move on. It's not gonna put headlines in the blogs. Not that. Now the whole her and Drew and Ty story. Now that's, yeah, but nobody cares if Drew kissed a girl on a bachelorette trip 2-3 years ago. Kenya has her daughter Brooklyn, and she's also babysitting her baby cousin Kahari, who is a newborn and is chubby and is insanely, ridiculously cute. Brooklyn is ridiculously cute too, though. I'm not buying this storyline with Kenya wanting another child. You know, I'm just not, and it really doesn't even make sense to me. Drew is organizing her and Ralph's closet with some help from her team. She still doesn't know what went down with Ralph in Vegas, and it's clear she's intentionally avoiding the conversation. Drew digs herself. Drew is slow, bro. Like, she literally digs herself in a deeper hole by discussing this whole kiss with LaToya and Ralph, right? Well, sorry, this whole kiss with LaToya to Ralph. But the look on Ralph's face says it all and then some. Drew should utterly be ashamed of herself and her lies. Like, it's really insane. And I think that Drew only told Ralph about Marlo talking about him to deflect from Kissgate. Like, I think Marlo is trying to get, Drew is trying to get, like, Ralph on her side. Like, see, yeah, they talk about me, but see, yeah, she had the nerve to talk about you. And she had the nerve, so he could be like, oh, word? So that, you know what I mean? He could have his own personal beef towards some of the ladies. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, they don't have an issue with Ralph. Their problem is with Drew. Ralph is not a part of the Housewives. But I think that's what Drew's trying to do. I think Drew is being a gaslighter and manipulator like her husband. Marlo says she doesn't know if she can deal with Scott Lee being a lounge owner due to the lifestyle. And I totally get it. But also, you knew he was a lounge owner when you went on the first date. And every lounge owner isn't the same. Like, come on. Y'all just dating anyway. Like, have a good time. Sheree pulls up on Kandi in her studio. Kenya got her boob implants fixed. Sorry. Sheree, why did I say Kenya? Sheree got her boob implants fixed. Same doctor as Kandi and Kenya. And I am cool with that because Sheree looks great. Sheree looks great. She always takes good care of herself. They discuss this lackluster kiss scandal with Drew and LaToya. Kandi says she's okay with Drew not being in the movie, you know, due to all this drama around this kiss gate. And of course, Sheree lets Kandi know that Drew already said she didn't care about being in the movie. So fine. Y'all don't have to work together. Cool. Let it go. Done. Okay? She kissed Drew. Drew kissed LaToya. She didn't kiss LaToya. You and Kandi not gonna work together. What does it really matter? Kandi is hosting a Peach Buzz museum. It just coincides with her like candy coated nights, bedroom candy brand she has. And I think it looked really cool and eventful. And I really love seeing Kandi in her element as a businesswoman. Plus, that environment was really like fun and lets the ladies, you know, let their hair down and just, you know, get a little loose and not be uptight and stuff. So I do like when Kandi has these events. Manetta was wearing that red dress. Manetta was wearing that dress. Marlo looked amazing too. I'm glad that Kenya gave her props too, because Marlo did look really good, especially with the little cute peach bag and the dress. Marlo knows how to show up. Cynthia and Kenya make their way to the event. They did fall out after the Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls trip. I remember that season Cynthia was being very annoying, so it's not a surprise that they fell out. And Kenya was going through it heavily with Mark. It was a crap show. But Cynthia and Kenya have reconnected. They've rekindled, and I'm happy about that. And I think they definitely seem to have a friendship worth mending and maintaining. So good for them. All the ladies are sitting around getting ready to confront Drew about this kiss gate. Marlo and Ralph are by the bar chatting. And Marlo brings up the whole, you know, Ralph coming at her and confronting her while the ladies were in Portugal. But Marlo just seems way too willing to give Ralph more respect and understanding that she is Drew. And I think that was weird. Latoya enters the building. Her dress was so cute. Her dress was really cute. Kandi, Drew, and Latoya are chatting separately. Apparently Marlo sent Latoya all these videos of Drew on their trip to Portugal, which was like a super like weirdo thing to do. Like, that's just so weird, Marlo. That was weird. And then Marlo's reasoning was super trash. Like, I'm just trying to show you. Like, girl, you're weird. You're weird. Okay. But then Drew is even weirder, talking about the videos were edited. As if Marlo is even smart enough to do that. Like, Drew has lost her mind. Then Drew is so much of a fool. She then pulls another trick out of her bag, saying that perhaps then Kandi is saying, maybe Kandi thought she saw Drew kiss Latoya because she had been fantasizing about it. Drew, you're giving you're a lesbian. Like, not even bi. Because you're just going a little too hard at this point. And you looking real foolish while doing so. Why does it really even matter, Kandi, Drew, everybody, Marlo? Like, Drew's a liar. Fine. Ugh. Y'all, I'm just so over hearing about it. It's not even that interesting. Just like they dragged the whole Bolo thing with Portia out that season that it actually occurred. It's not that. Okay. But that's the end of my review. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, please, please. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.